With me, I have today a brilliant, smart, and just recently re-elected as the regional councillor in Brampton for wards 9 and 10, John Sprovieri. How are you today, John?
Hey, I'm very well, thank you. And thank you for that kind of introduction. That's quite, nobody's ever called me brilliant before. But I guess you're impressed with the victory that came my way this time, which was very challenging. Thank you for that.
Of course, no problem. Can you give me a brief history of yourself and what you have done to get to where you are today?
Well, certainly. My political career started 26 years ago here in what is known as Ward 10. And back then I was just a young guy in my 40s. I was very heavily involved in my community with sports. I was coaching soccer. I was involved with the Parent-Teacher Association at school. I was involved in the church. And that gave me the background to get involved politically, and I was being a volunteer, and basically I was considered a community activist. And so that led my way to be elected the first time in 1988 when there was 4 people running for the office, and I was the winner. And since then, this is my 9th consecutive victory in being elected, and so people have trusted me over the years and what I have, how I've been dealing with problems and responding to their issues, and so that has led me to be where I am today.
Well, that's brilliant. I mean, 9 years in a row, that's people trust you in this ward, and as they should.
Well, you know, it hasn't been easy because we have a very multicultural community. I would say probably 60% are South Asian and 40% are everything else you can imagine. People from across the world have come to Brampton to settle here. So I had to win the trust of all these ethnic groups in order to be re-elected all these years. And I was able to achieve that, and here I am today after a long campaign again. People re-elected me to the office.
Now, how was this last election campaign that just happened for you? What emotions did you go through? Was it stressful? Were you happy with it? Like, what emotions did you go through?
Well, frankly, I wasn't really planning to run again. I just turned 69 in September, and I was actually planning to retire. Actually, I was planning to retire at 65 4 years ago. But then I was feeling very good, and there was a lot of growth happening, and we were just planning this brand new community center here, and I thought, you know, I want to see this through, and so I ran again, and I was re-elected again 4 years ago. And I said, you know, once this, and I've achieved to bring a library and community center to Ward 10, which there was none. We had in Ward 9, we had the soccer center, we had the wellness center, and so that area is looked after, but this area had nothing. So I decided to run again, basically to achieve this goal, and which, as you see now, is here, and it's a great place, and it's really successful. But then this year, back 6 months ago, I've been working on another issue at the regional level, which it's still midway to being resolved, and I just wanted to bring this issue to a close, and so I decided to run again. Again, I felt pretty good. My health is good, and I figured I want to carry through this issue. And at the regional, it's a health-related issue. We're dealing with many people may know as what's called artificial water fluoridation. That has been also still been used here in the Hill region, whereas it's been discontinued in about 70% of Canada. It's been discontinued because of recent studies where it showed that there's a concern with health effects for some people. And so I'm in the middle of that, and I decided to run again. So here I am again at 69, and I was hoping to retire and enjoy my life a bit, but But it was a tough campaign this time. There was a lot of competition, and it was a very divided election where there was people from different ethnic groups that were trying to get elected, and that really made this election a lot more competitive, and we had to work really hard to achieve a victory, which thanks to my long-term supporters and helpers, volunteers, they came through for me, and I got back in again. So I'm very thankful for everyone's effort and support, and so here I am back again for another 4 years.
Well, congratulations. That's definitely well deserved.
Well, thank you very much. And then I can only give credit to the voters that have the trust in me. And I know that this water fluoridation issue is a concern to a lot of people, and so I decided to give up another 4 years in political life and try to achieve this goal. Thank you.
Well, what would be the best advice you would give to a young person who wants to pursue a political career?
Well, the first thing that I would suggest to young people is that first you have to become involved in your community. And usually the best way to do that is through volunteer work. And that is a great asset to any young person who can volunteer their time that will help the community. And then the community they become recognized as being community volunteers. And once you establish a base in the community, that is a huge benefit to really pursue political life, because when you do volunteer work, people will get to know you. They get to know whether you're a level-headed person, whether you're a responsible person, and how your judgment is. And that is so important for people to entrust you to public office, because it's a very hard line of work to get into, and it's not easy because you're dealing with people every day with various issues, with various mentalities, and you have to be able to relate to these people, to their problems, and try to deal with their issues. So that is a way that I would suggest young people should really get involved in there's political parties. You can get involved in these parties, and in the community there's all kinds of community involvement that you can get involved in. And so this is really helpful, because when you go to the public and say, well, what have you done that you deserve to be elected? You can say, well, I volunteered, I've been involved, I've done this, I've done that, and that usually people are impressed with that.
Those words are the wise words of a great successful man, John Sprovieri. Nicholas Fiore, HUMBER News.